Right, well, talk to me about this rental plan in Victoria. Daniel Andrews is considering a rent freeze. So if you're a landlord, you'll only be able to increase rents once every 2 years, despite the fact the RBA might jack up your mortgage every single month. You can only move the rents every 2 years, and potentially they'll even tell you how much extra you can charge. The Premier also wants to tax you if you've got an Airbnb.
Well, again, it continues this attack on the people that actually create jobs and run businesses. I mean, Peter, Daniel Andrews would say, well, we're only considering this. We're trying to do a widespread review to see what works best for both those who have rental properties and those who are renting. But it's quite clear, because you see in 2019 they introduced the freeze that you could only increase your rent once a year. And this is the next stage, by pushing that out to once every 2 years and having a cap. And what sort of cap are they likely to go for? Well, I would suggest they would almost certainly go for a cap which is related to the consumer price index, to inflation. And on top of that, you would still allow renters to object if they considered even those rises and those terms to be unreasonable. So this is a policy which is going to make rental properties much more difficult going forward, including Airbnb, which is hardly, again, in the interests of people that need rental properties.
Yeah, but just before we go, I mean, the problem here is, if you own a rental property, you're already paying extra land tax in Victoria, you've already been smashed by all these rental changes. It means a tenant can have a dog and hard to kick out and all of that sort of stuff. You'll get to the point that we're seeing in these auction data results. You've got 40% of investors getting out of the market in Sydney, 36% in Victoria. And that, of course, will make the pool of rental homes available even smaller.
Well, exactly, Peter. It's a recipe for almost eliminating the rental market.
Well, eliminating the private rental market. They want everybody else to rent off the state.
Exactly.
Terry McCrann, thank you as always.